What is going on, everyone? This is Ninja Geek here, and welcome back to another Overwatch video. This video is meant to be a follow-up to the video that I previously made about going on a massive losing streak in competitive Overwatch. That'll be on a card on top of your screen right now if you wanted to check it out. Basically, it was all about having a positive mindset in gaming, and more importantly, being positive in competitive Overwatch. And if it just wasn't working out, go play quick play, or even at some point to contain your rage, you can just stop playing the game for a little bit altogether and then collect your thoughts and go back to it instead of keep on losing and then raging and raging and raging. But in this video, what I'm thinking of the other possibility, whereas you pick the best hero that you possibly can, you play to the best of your knowledge, to the best of your ability, you use the strategies that you planned on, and you're having a positive overall mindset, like maybe I could flank this way, do these specific strategies, and still you lose because some idiot on your team picks a hero that is not meant to be. So, in this specific example, I do not mean at all to pick out this particular guy that I was playing with. However, he actually set up a perfect example, which is why I wanted to make a video on this. So, we were playing on a control map, and as you know, control maps, you attack on both sides. Therefore, when you are attacking on both sides, it is really not beneficiary to have heroes like Torbjorn or like Bastion or even like Symmetra. However, people still play them, and I just cannot wrap my head around that factor. So this particular person was playing Bastion, and I was just wondering, and other people on my team as well were wondering, because you could hear them in the voice chat, as why is this person playing Bastion? We're losing because we do not have an extra actual hero on our team. And so I kindly messaged this guy. I didn't say, yo, dude, you suck at the game, like this and that. I kindly messaged him, asking him if he would change from Bastion to somebody else, like maybe another tank or something. And I'm going to get to team comp in a little bit. But he basically said, no, thank you. I like playing Bastion, but thank you. Because, and I'm not trying to say that this guy is particularly an idiot, but people just do not know how to play the game and which heroes to pick. When you're playing attack, for example, you don't want to pick all defensive heroes. Bastion is not good on attack. Symmetra is not good on attack. Zenyatta can be good on attack. He's the kind of that hero that can be good on either side. I think that Zenyatta is better for defense, though, but that's just my own personal opinion. But definitely you don't want Bastion on attack. You don't want attack Torbjorn at all on any map. Those are defensive heroes for a reason. And I'm not going to get into explaining which heroes go on which side and whatnot, because obviously, people can pick the heroes that they want to play. And there are also other videos on YouTube that, suggest how to better play the heroes on which side they are better on, so on and so forth. But generally, considering this factor, competitive Overwatch is meant to, in my own opinion, have this sort of team comp. So you want two DPS players, whether that be Soldier McCree, Soldier Reaper, Tracer, Soldier, any Pharah Soldier, any DPS heroes, depending on, of course, the specific map you're playing on. You usually want to have two of those. You can have three, but I would say stick to two. You want to also have two tanks. One tank simply just does not work, especially if it's not Reinhardt. If you don't have a Reinhardt, you really need two tanks because it just doesn't work out that way in my own experience, and you usually need two supports. So usually I like to stack Zenyatta with Lucio or Mercy, and Symmetra just isn't really that good unless you're defending, and she's only really that good on certain maps in my own personal opinion. So you see, you have to know these things before you go into competitive, and that's how I think that a competitive match should sort out. So there should be two tanks, two DPS, and two supports, and that's generally speaking on all of the maps within the game. Now, if you're playing defense, maybe have one DPS and like two defense heroes. Like Bastion on defense is fine, but do not play Bastion on attack. It's just simple things like that that need to be explained to people that just don't understand how this game works. Now, you want to pick up this game and go into quick play and play Torbjorn on attack on Numbane for whatever reason, go right ahead. I mean, if you lose a quick play match, yeah, you're going to lose the match, but it's quick play. It doesn't matter. There's no skill ranking. There's no competitive points to be awarded out. Sure, it could be frustrating to have a Bastion on attack, but it's quick play. That's what quick play is for. But don't go into competitive and pick heroes that really just don't make sense, and that's what I'm trying to say. This person that was playing with us is not a complete idiot. I don't think he is. He wasn't nasty back when I asked him kindly, he was very kind. But he just is not knowledgeable in what heroes to play, which is why we end up losing. So, I'm not trying to come out here and say to make this video because you need to go out and message everyone who doesn't understand the game. That's not at all what I'm saying. I'm trying to put this out here to make everyone better understand that you really should not play defensive heroes on offense. Now, Junkrat could work on offense. He's better on defense. He could work on offense. He's like the only one. May could work on offense too. But definitely Bastion, Symmetra, Torbjorn, characters just like that do not need to be played on attack. And I think that just goes for the game. Like every normal Overwatch player should know that, and that's why I just kind of wanted to make this video. And there are the general statistics too. Like you could play Tracer on defense, but she really isn't that good on defense, because of course on defense you want to have Bastion, right? And Tracer on offense is good for Bastion with the Pulse Mine, and especially with Torbjorn. Tracer on defense could work, but it's just not as good as offense. So you see, there's different things like that people just have to know, and once they know that, when you're into competitive, you can pick heroes that are good. But generally speaking, like I said, you want to have 2 tanks, 2 DPS on attack. Well, for attack, you want to have 2 DPS, 2 tanks, and 2 supports. And for defense, I would say have 2 defense heroes, 2 tanks, maybe 1 if you want to add an extra DPS. Defense can kind of go a little bit lenient, but for attack, I would definitely say keep it 2, 2, and 2, like 2 supports, 2 tanks, 2 DPS. And I think that that's a very good system, because every time I played like that, we usually end up winning the game, especially if I'm playing some support hero, because I'm usually good as Zenyatta or Mercy or whatever. But that is really all that I wanted to make the video on. Again, keep the positive mindsets, keep that going, but you just need to be aware that when you're picking it, especially in solo queue, because, if you're going with teammates, you should obviously know, and they're going to tell you what to play. But if you're going in solo queue, you really just want to pick heroes that are good for the team. And if you're playing on defense, if you're playing Bastion on defense, don't pick Bastion on offense just because you played him on defense recently. So you just have to know those types of things. But I think you all understand what I'm trying to say by this point. Anyways, that's the end of the video. I'll catch you on another one. This is Ninja Geek. I'm out. And peace.